Hey guys, so I thought I'd share an update about my equation um, and how it's changed even in the last like 2 months. So, and then I'm going to show how I'm going to graph it because I have started doing the math and I got my first trial done. Um, Seems to work. There's some things I know I didn't do in the numerical data that I have to go back and fix, but those are just adding negative numbers, which really shouldn't mess up the final result compared to what I got now without the negative numbers because it'll still work out. So here's my equation as I've shown it like a million times. Um, I took out the exponents because I realized that very few things in life and in our perception is exponential. For the most part, it's multiplicative or additive. So yeah, I've also defined each section as it is. Yeah, so that's the math behind it. It I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm elated that it works out the way it should so far. Um, I've already shown all my questions before, so I'm gonna just breeze past that. But oh, and where'd you go? Where did you go? There we go. Here are the averages and the math I got in the final result. I said in a previous update that I was doing them all out of a scale of 10, so like a 10-sided die, but the numbers got way too big for me to graph. So I decided to do it out of 5, which made it so the highest number could be 25. That's it. So it was very easy to do, and the numbers were very workable, very easy to work with. So that's that. And here's how I'm going to graph it. This is not actual data that I put down there in the dots. This is just what it would look like when it's finished. And the whole idea behind it is like, okay, so say, this is going to be hard to do. And say someone is here. That means they put very little thought into their idea, and there's a lot of emotion and expression in it. And down here, someone put a medium amount of thought and a medium amount of expression resulting from that thought. Really, what the ideal would be is somewhere in the middle for expression, somewhere where is it? Way over here for thought. So you put a lot of time, there's a lot of depth to your thought, and you're not too emotional about it. So you're rational, logical, that kind of thing. Someone, oh, that's the wrong page. Someone way up here, this guy, where are you? Don't know how to use cameras. Way up here, they put a lot of thought into their idea, and their idea is very hard. It's very abrasive. That's like conspiracy theorists. That's like people who get all up in arms about every little issue. They think really hard about it and really long about it. They almost obsess about it, so it affects them emotionally. And the great thing about charting all of this is that, oh, wrong way, is that say you have someone, you have any dot anywhere, you know where they don't relate, so you can figure out how they do relate. You can go back into the equation and figure out where they differ, and then know exactly how to tailor your message to get across to them. How you can make more sense, how you communicate on a deeper level, stuff like that. So it's all about realizing that people think differently. And just because they think differently doesn't mean you can't understand them and they can't understand you. Using this, you'll be able to bridge the gap. You'll be able to know why the other person isn't understanding you and know what you have to do to change that. And all these variables have to be considered. Like I said before in a previous update, that you should teach all of these in school. I think you still should. it'd be a great idea. But these are all the variables that go into a thought and an expression. So yeah, yeah, you just put them together in a rational way for how the mind works, and you can piece together why someone isn't understanding you or why you're not understanding someone else. Um, I'm hoping that the end result will be that I do a bunch of surveys with a bunch of people, probably people I know, and be able to see how their minds work. That's kind of my goal. Is just I want to get into their head and know why, like why. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I've started doing more of the math, which is really fun. I love that it works. It's like a big puzzle, and then it just all fits together in such a nice little way, and the numbers are very easy to work with, and it just I'm stoked. Um, I've only done one trial, and it was all with dice. So who knows what it'll be when some human actually takes my survey or does my survey, but we'll see. I already have a couple candidates who are very willing to try it. So yeah, that's where it is. I'm gonna show it one more time just in case you want to see it. The equations and stuff. So yeah, all the things that go into an idea. Oh, wrong page. An idea, an analysis, discussion, and interpretation. Like, yeah, they all play a part in our thought, they all play a part in our expression, they all play a part in how we see the world. And that's one of the big issues is that people see the world differently. It's all subjective when it should be, really. But there are objective truths, and there is a way to do things. So, yeah, all right. Tell me what you think. Send me a message. All right. Peace.